Hey everyone, welcome to Murderloft. This is what the blogcast vlog. Some I don't know. I'll come up with a name for it later. Number one. Number one. I don't know. There's no script here. There's nothing that has been preconceived, except that I know I have to tell you about things at the end of this video, like about how this is Murderloft. I work here. I try to work here. No, I get work done. I live over there, where the camera isn't pointing. My workstation's back here. There's another monitor behind that computer. I just wanted to talk to y'all today about my life. I want to start this vlog thing, like so many other people are doing. I live in Los Angeles. I am a trans woman. Yeah, like you didn't know. I don't care what you have to say about my voice. Trust me, I think it's my voice. Anyway, this is going to be excruciating to watch. I already know. I'm going to try and edit out all the little bits and pieces. But I know for a fact that coming in here all is going to be boring as. Oh, but it's YouTube. Oh well, I'll just censor it. No one will know. It's not like I have anything to monetize. This is the video. This is the first video. This is the debut. The debut. So, life has been difficult for me lately. I got let go from my contract job in 2015 or in 2017 last year. I started the job in 2015. That's why I think of that. It's been hard since like November 1st of last year. I starting in 2008 worked for DeviantArt for 7 years. I was their associate creative director and then transitioned to the title, but not actually, well, actually not the title, but doing the work of the creative director for 3 years. Then I got let go in 2015 for whatever reason, not really wanting to discuss that. Tried to kind of start a thing here. I got let go 3 days after I moved in here. Think about it this way. I'm making okay money at DeviantArt. I come down to, downtown Los Angeles, get myself the loft I've always dreamed of. 3 days in, I go to work on a Tuesday and I don't have a job anymore. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrifying. And I was calling people. I think I just tweeted a bunch of F-bombs. Or it was something I don't know. I feel like I could have, likely when I get situations like that, I'm like, God, it feels like I just got punched right in the effing teeth, That's literally what it feels like. Lunchtime's coming around and then for lunch you get fired or, laid off. Unemployment sucks. Not getting it. Getting it is okay. They'll only give you up to $1,400 some odd dollars, and that's if you're top earning. They have a cap. That wasn't even enough to cover rent here, and I was freaking out. Got another job. Someone just came by. I wasn't doing much promotion of myself at the time. I didn't have Murderloft. I didn't have music stuff going. I have an album coming out soon, me and a friend of mine. HELVETICA. Cop it on iTunes, y'all. There'll be links later. Yeah, I moved in here and just later ended up getting a job with this company called Spayce. They eventually changed their name to Vidy. But that was good. That worked out for, until November 1st last year, which was my last day with them. They let me know that. And I eventually found some other people who wanted me to work for them. And I'm still in the process of interviews. I should mention it is March 18th. I started interviewing with a company around mid-November, and foolishly, I've done so much dumb stuff in the last few months. I have since gotten on antidepressants and mood stabilizers and other stuff in addition to, my spironolactone and estradiol, or estradiol, I don't know how you pronounce it. I like to pronounce it estradiol just because it sounds kind of like Eric Estrada, and that's funny. That was getting through all of that and realizing that, oh, this entire time I've been smoking cannabis heinously, tons and tons and tons. Could probably smoke Tommy Chong under a table easily. I was probably one of the highest people in LA for years. Not 4 years, but FOR years. To the point where I started to develop this toxic reaction to it. It's called, I can't remember, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, but it's cannabinoid hyperemesis or hyperemesis. And basically, there isn't like, they haven't looked at what it is. I mean, they have. They've studied it. There's a study in South Australia. Anyway, I've been to the hospital 4 times for it. I didn't know what it was the first 2 or so times. Then some friends of mine said, "Hey, it might be this," and I'm like, "Oh, it's possible." And I'm like reading it and taking bong hits. Like, yeah, no, it's not me. Whatever. The fourth time I was in the hospital, I was like, "This has to be it." I told them to give me specifically anti-nausea medication. This is gonna sound stupid, but it's the only thing that works for it because the symptom, the effects, the combination of physical outward symptoms are that you scream and you're vomiting. You scream all the time because you're in such pain in your abdomen and you're vomiting. It's called, it's the dumbest, it's the worst name. It's called scromiting. So I'm sitting there, USC Medical Center, just like freaking out. So like the pain meds I requested was morphine. I know that looks suspicious as hell, but it's also because I know that's the only thing that can solve this problem. So what I think happens is, because I know cannabis slows down your digestive system, it, in my mind, I want to say is just having some weird intestinal effect, and like everything stops and your body's like, oh no, what do I do? To go back to what I was previously talking about, I got on the mood stabilizers and the antidepressants so that I could stop smoking cannabis. So I've been sober for however many days. I don't even know. It's weeks. Might even be a month by now. I honestly have no idea. Actually, I know it's not a month. It's probably about 3 weeks. It's been great. There's other things like, I just started a vlog. Did I have some kind of crazy mental break that was just like, oh, let me get in front of people and talk about my life and tell you all of everything that's happening with me? Maybe. I don't know. But this makes me feel better than doing nothing. Not that I've been doing necessarily nothing, but it feels like nothing when you apply to like 15, 20 jobs a day and you just don't hear back from anyone about anything. Like, that's really, really depressing to not have anybody want to trust you with your skills, with your design work. And so here I am. I'm here to tell you that my name is Morgan. I run Murderloft when there are things to be worked on. Otherwise, it just sits here. And we do graphic design, interface design, cool videos, animation, motion design, design house. I don't know if you can read this up here. What does it say? I knew what it said. Fantasy UI design, avant arts, and experimental AV. That could not be more spot on. Like, that's what we do. That's what we, the royal we, love to do. Fantasy UI design. I've worked on 2 really awesome ones, both for iZotope, the software plugins company for digital audio workstations. Both products from BT, the trance artist, Stutter Edit and Break Tweaker, did the UI styling and user interaction, UX, somewhat art direction for those things. Like, I really love doing that kind of stuff. You know, the stuff I did for DeviantArt and Vidy was just like, I can do that stuff, and I really, really enjoy doing that. But at the end of the day, like, I would still go home and design like a fantasy interface for fun. And even like in Reason back here, I love that Reason looks so skeuomorphic because it's like, I don't know, it just has its own feel now. Nothing really looks anything like it, which I also like that, like, I've been using it for 13 years and it has barely changed in how it looks. Like, well done, propeller heads. Like, that is how you keep your users. Now it's time for you to get sold things. I have a Redbubble store for Murderloft because I don't have any other way to sell things for this album, for this like thing that's coming out. There's a band that my friend Melinda's in called HELVETICA. There's a link somewhere to the clothes, not to the music. The music's not out yet. It's out to mastering. We'll have that hopefully by the end of March in stores. And when it is in stores, it'll be in any kind of like iTunes, YouTube Music, Google Music, Spotify, all that stuff. Yeah, that's kind of like what's going on right now. The reason I said I might have had a mental break earlier, other than the fact that I'm sitting myself in front of the world and going, hey, YouTube, what's up? Like everyone else does so often, is because I don't have much time left out here in Los Angeles. I have a limited amount of money, and part of me talking about my job situation was that I'm having trouble finding one. Freelance jobs, anything like that. Like I said, I've been applying to roughly 20 or so a day. Anything I can find. I just got on Upwork today, so like I applied to at least I think 7 or 8 after setting up my portfolio in there. And I understand that 7 or 8 is like not a lot, but for what I do, it was kind of, you know, what I could find. It's interesting to have the skills that I do and the knowledge that I do and proof of it, and still have, you know, not much going on. No, not real, nothing really happening. That job that I was getting interviewed for started in November. As I was waiting to hear back of like whether I'd get the job or not, they said, hey, we're not ready to fill the position yet. We'll reopen it around February, March. It's the end of March. And I've been emailing them every month. I just emailed them again on Friday. And just checking in to go like, hey, I'm still really interested in this position. I would like to, you know, I'm still really interested. Like, do you have any updates? And there's just nothing, I don't know. It feels like it's every day that goes past, every hour and second that goes past, it just is slipping farther and farther away. That's what it feels like. And I've had other people express interest. I had one other company call me and have a phone interview. I haven't heard back from them. I'm part of Creative Circle, the creative recruiting agency. They'll get information from agencies and people. They're looking for a certain role and try and fit you into a role. Nothing has resulted from Creative Circle. Nothing aside from people thinking that I'd be good for something, and then I just don't hear anything. So that's been really frustrating, but I'm always excited to hear that they think I'd be good for something, even if it doesn't come out to anything. And I understand that that's just going on chemicals. Like, I can't pay bills with chemicals. Yeah, overall, I'm looking for a new way to communicate with the world. And YouTube is it. I already watch a lot of YouTube, and I just feel like putting this out here is a much better idea than sitting around wondering when someone's going to ask me to help them. It's no one's fault but mine why I'm here right now. And I think for a lot of people that's hard to realize. When you're in a shitty situation, you have to help yourself. And you have to put yourself into a situation where you can help yourself. And right now, me making this video is me trying to help myself. Like I said, this was video 1. There's going to be a video 2, and hopefully more. And like, there may be a day where I have to sell this camera and this microphone. And that computer's staying with me forever, at least until I get a new one. I have other ones I can sell. But it's like down to that. I'm like, I'll have to sell my creative assets, like the things that I use to express myself. And that's really hard for me. That's not good. Like, I'm happy that I even have the ability to be able to wring money out of my life like that, but I've been living on savings for the last 6 months, 5 months, and I'm out. I'm at the last bit of my money. I'm literally a month from being homeless, like literally. And it's like, when the music comes out, I hope you guys like it. It's been something me and Em have worked on for the last month. We finished it on the 15th, on March 15th. We started it on February 15th. It's the best music I've ever made. In my opinion, I really like it. I have other music on like SoundCloud and stuff like that. Check out soundcloud.com/Endosage, ENDOSAGE. There's tons of stuff up there. It's all instrumental. Stuff that I've been making since 2005. Again, I said I've been using Reason for 13 years. That's not a lie. I really have. My good friend Sherman Hudson taught me how to use it. What's up, dude? How's Australia? And yeah, that's like everything. If you guys, we have stickers. Because it's Murderloft, right? We gotta have some swag. Stickers, the logo on it. I can't sell these. I can just give these away for free, though. I own the font, but not whatever. These, however, these I can sell. I don't know if I'm gonna, but whatever. They're here. If you want them, let me know. Do like, I don't know, $3.50 a sticker, $3.50 a sticker. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Send me a message. I don't know how this works yet. Likely nothing will happen. But yeah, this is number 1. And I'd like to thank you for watching through all of this. And I hope to see you again. Have a good one.